Hello. Today we are going to see how to practically utilize the power of SQLITE database and then we can integrate to our mobile application. So to do that, I'm going to create a new application and a new project, empty activity. And then once we select that, you can hit next, and then we need to give our application a name, unique name. I may call this one, let's call it lesson 8, part 2. Okay, and then hit finish, and then we need to wait for a while because it takes time to create those folder structure. And hit yes, like this. So just we are going to build something like student registration system. Yeah, that locally stores information about student. Next class we'll see about how to store that information in a cloud. Maybe we can use the power of MongoDB or other database which are publicly available. So yeah, the interface look like this, and typically this is the interface with hello world. I wanted to modify this one. Let me move this one here to here. So we need to modify this one, the source code. So as usual, I'm going to remove this one, or we may use this one to display some text, like just to give a title for our application, student registration system. Let me remove this. So I need to change the layout because I'm interested to use the linear one so that I can easily manage the layout. And what's wrong it? And we need to specify the orientation because this is a mandatory attribute for linear layout, and I'm going to make it vertical. So let's take a look at the design. Now we have this text which says student registration system, and then we need to specify some sort of property here. Let me say text size, and I wanted to make it 20 or 30 dp. 30 dp. Let's take a look at the output design. Oh, that's too big, so I'm going to reduce to 20. Yeah, that's better. And I wanted to make this text center to the screen, so we can use a layout gravity attribute, gravity, and we can make it center. So let's take a look at the output. You see it's centered, and we can change the other attribute, like to make it bold. You can say text style, and I can say bold, like this. Done. Now let's create some forms. Yes. So I wanted to create an editable text for student ID. Editable text layout videos. I mean, so match parent and wrap content, and I need to give ID, then add plus ID. Let me say SID, student ID, that means, and something like this. Let's take a look at the output. You see, this is our editable text, but we need to give some sort of hint to the user. Yes, we need hint. So you can type hint. This is for student ID. So here it says student ID, and when a user clicks on that editable text box, that text will disappear. So I need to do the same thing for the first name and last name. Yes, I need to change this one to F name. Then I can type here, or I can say given name. Okay, let's call it given name. Given name. And for the third one, I can say last name. Just I will change this one to LNA, and this is going to be last name. So let's take a look at the design. Yeah, seems good. So we just need to add some sort of buttons here. And for the button, just if we, instead of sorting them vertically, we can make them horizontal. But since we define the main layout as a linear vertical layout, we need to define another linear layout here, okay? So that we can make them horizontal. So we say linear layout, we just wrap content, and I need to define the orientation as horizontal. So, but those buttons are going to be arranged horizontally, okay? So here, I'm going to define those buttons. So I'm going to define a button here for the button, height and the width, and then I will define the text properties, something that's going to be displayed on top of the button. Let me say insert. This is our insert button. And we need one more attribute here because on-click property is very important. On-click, let me say button, insert, click. Let me change this one to small letter. And we need to do the same thing for all the other remaining buttons. Maybe this is for search. Search. And I'm going to type here search. Sorry. Search. And another button for deletes. Deletes. Then let's take a look at the output now. You see now we have three buttons. It says insert, search, delete, and let's add for update. Copy and paste it here. I'm going to change this one. And let's rename this one updates. Okay. So in total now we have 4 buttons. Let's add some space in between. Space. And for this one I may say 5 dp. And let's leave others as it is. Let's take a look at the output. Design. What's wrong? What's wrong here? Let me say wrap for this one. Yes, somewhat space is there, but I need to make it more bigger. Let's make it 5. 5 space between those buttons. And again here. So here's a design. So here is our output, and let's run this code and check out the output. So run it. So this is going to replace this one. This is a previous emulator, not ours. And it's trying to build that. Next time. Maybe until the process complete, we may write some code related to the SQLITE database. I think now it's finished. It's about to finish. Yes, that's good. Yes. So you see, this is our output. So insert, search, delete, and update. And here, this is for student ID, given name, and the last name. So we are going to code that. So first we need to link this one, these three editable text with our Java code. And to do that, just we need to create 3 instances of editable text here. So I will say editable text. And I may say for student ID, ID, first name, or I may say given name, and the last name. And I need to link, establish a link. So what is SID? SID is equal to find the view by ID, resource.id dot SID. And just we need to put semicolon here, and we need to do the same thing for the given name. That's find view by ID, resource.id dot given name. Put semicolon at the end, and do the same thing for the last name. Last name is equal to find view by ID, resource.id dot lname. Done. Yes. So now we made the link, and the next step is we need to define the on-click property for each button. So we need to use the same name that we defined here. So for button insert, I'm going to use this function, this one as a function name here. So I'm going to type public void, and the one that I copied, and it's of type view v, because all the button, editable text box, radio buttons are considered as a view in Java. So the first time you type view, you need to import the view. So just you need to hit Alt Enter, and it will automatically write this code for you. Android.view.view. So I need to do the same thing for those remaining buttons 4 times. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Yes, now 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, we have 4 buttons. Yes, we need to change the function name based on the on-click properties that we defined inside the Java code. So in the XML code, I mean. So for button search, I'm going to copy this one and replace this one. And for another button update, I'm going to use this one. So just simply say update. And where is that of delete? No, this is delete. Where is update? Button search, delete is this one, is delete, search, update, insert. Yeah. So this is going to be the last one. Okay, everything is going well, and the next step is just we need to create a SQLITE database. So first we need to globally declare that one. So SQLITE database, then yes, we can give it any name. Okay, you can define any DB. So it's better to simply say DB, just put semicolon. Then inside on create function, we need to create that database. Okay, so you can simply type something related to this one. So you need to say database is equal to open or create. Yes, as we discussed in our last class. Open or create the database. Then you need to give your database a name. What is your database? So in our case, we are going to name it as student.db. And then you need to specify the mode. Okay, the mode is, in our case, mode that's private to only this application, and just personal parameter in case there is an exception. And then we need to create a table. Okay, for this one, we need to create a table. First, let's define one string as a query is equal to, and write a query to create a table. So you can say create table as we did in the last class. Create table if not exists, then you need to give a table name, student, sorry, student. Then you need to specify here, just to finish everything as clear as possible, I'm going to add plus concatenate just to use a new line here instead of writing too long statement. Then I'm going to concatenate with this student ID. I'm going to make it variable character. Then the next one is a given name as variable character, and last name as variable character. Sorry, I made a mistake here, I think. Varchar. Then I need to put semicolon here. Yes, and yeah, that's it. Then I'm going to execute this one. So I'm going to type database.execute SQL, and I'm going to pass that query. That's a create statement, this one. So I pass this one as the argument. So this will automatically create a table. So I need to write here if not exists, yes. If not exists, given name, yeah, there is no issue. So add the name. We don't need us here. Yeah, done. And the next step is just we need to write a code for each button that we have for the insert button. So we need to write a query first, string. So I need to write that query. What the query to insert a table. So we can use insert into, sorry. When you type into, there is no space. Into what? Table name, student, and values. So we need to get those values. So here we can use single quote, okay, like this, and then double quote plus from where we are going to get the student ID. From SID, yes. So you can simply say SID dot get text. Get text, then add plus symbol here, then double quote, then single quote, because you use single quote here, so you need to close at the end. Then before that there is a double quote. Then you need to do the same thing for all the remaining editable text. So plus, and the second one is what? Given name dot, sorry, I need to say get text. Wow. Dot get text. Something is wrong. Sorry here. Yes. My PC become very busy and this typing slowly, so I need to say get control space text, then put plus double quote, then single quote, like this. Then again add comma, single quote, double quote, plus the last one is last name dot get text, plus double quote, single quote. Done. So here now I'm going to close this, the query finally here, double quote and semicolon. I think everything is written correctly. Insert into student values, and I'm going to get student value from student ID, and then given name, and then from the last name. And then at the end, I close it like this. So I need to execute this one first. Oh, sorry. Wow, PC becoming busy. What's wrong here? Wow, I think it's stuck. It's stuck. Scrolling is working, but yeah, let me use the keyboard. So here I need to type db.execute SQL, and I'm going to pass the query, this one. And I need to do the same thing for select statement, just for searching purpose. So I'm going to say string SQL, or I can say query is equal to, let me put semicolon here, select all from student where student ID is equal to, yes, I'm going to search based on the student ID. So I'm going to type here SID dot get text plus single, yeah. And then we can search using a cursor, concept of cursor. So you can say cursor C is equal to database dot row query, and the thing I'm going to pass here is a query SQL query. And then you can specify NAT if nothing is found, like this. Then I can use a while statement to traverse the output, like cursor dot move next, and then we can get the value based on the ID. We can get the given name and the last name. Yes. So I'm going to get that. So once I get that, I'm going to write the finding to gname and lname. So in this case, I can simply say gname dot set text. So I'm going to get that from the cursor c dot get string. Then I'm going to get that string which is stored in the first column, because the row is already reserved for student ID, and then one is for the given name, and the last one is going to be for the last name, lname set text, and I'm going to get that from c dot get string. That's the second one. So this is how it works, and let's check for these two buttons, and if both insertion and the searching work, we can move into the how to do the deletion. So I'm going to stop the currently running app, and I'm going to run this one, a new version. So let me type student ID here. So let me call S01. This is our first student. Remember, you can use this ID for searching purpose later on. Ahmed Ali. So I'm going to click insert. So now my application is crashed. So that indicates something is wrong. So we need to look for that specific error. So insert is not working. Maybe incomplete input somewhere. Okay. It's unknown parameter. So we need to search for that. So we need to debug our code. So let me check that. So we have student ID, varchar, gname, varchar, lname. Okay, this say arcar. You see, this is the thing that's making a mistake. I need to say varchar, yes. So let's check it again. I'm going to run it. And actually, we also miss something. So when there is a success, we need to toast something here. I need to say toast make text. Let me say this. Then I'm going to write some text. Data inserted successfully. Comma mode. Mode private, then at the end I will call show, because we already covered this one. That's why I'm typing fast here, and stop it. Then I'm going to run this one. So when there is a successful insertion, we are going to get some output of toast message. So let's do the same thing. S001, I'm going to say Ahmed Ali, insert. Again, something is wrong with our code. So let's check that again. I'm going to debug that. Sorry. Where is that error? Incomplete input. I don't know why it's saying. Okay. With the toast. Why? Okay, I can simply say this one. Create application context. How about now? Mode. No. We need length here. Sorry. Just that's something causing a mistake. And let me check. Another input. Let's begin with R or student. Span exclusive. Span does not have zero links. Something is wrong again. S11. Let me type some bulky names. Still, application is generating error, so we need to debug this from the beginning. So let's work on that. So here we have SQL database here, and open or create student name, student DB, and create table. If not exists, student plus, then we specify the column name student ID, which is a variable character, name variable character, last name variable character. I will put a semicolon here in this. What's wrong with insert? Insert into student, then values, student ID dot get text plus single quotes gname dot get text eldename dot get text closed. Then we pass the query. Don't know what's wrong with this. It seems correct then, but we are getting some sort of error. Where is the log? I wanted to see that. Problems. Where is that log? What's wrong? Span exclusion. Spans cannot have a length 0. Unknown parameter. It will not tell you the exact location where you get the error. Okay. So I think here we made a mistake. Yeah, M needs to be 1. Genie. Yeah, I think that's something that's causing a mistake. So let me check it again. Maybe first uninstall the existing one. Zoom it a little bit. It says lesson 8. So I'm going to uninstall it. So let's run it again. I'll check if there is error or not. Okay, so here I'm going to type the ID. So S001. Ahmed Ali. Insert. So you see now it's working perfectly. It says insert successfully. Let's add one more student here, S02. Let's use my name, Gaddisa, Olani, and insert. Now I wanted to search. Yes, I didn't. Yeah, we already implement the code for search, and we can check that. So let me change this one to 1, and I'm going to search it. So it must be Ahmed Ali. Yes, search. You see, Ahmed Ali is showing up here because we changed the ID. So it will first make sure that S001 is available in the database, and if it is found, it will change the given name to the values that was written from the database based on the SID that we provided. So in this way, we can do the same thing for delete button. Okay. So for delete, you can simply type database dot execute SQL, then you can write the delete statement here. Delete from student where SID is equal to, in a quotation, in between I can type plus SID, I think, dot get text done. So let's make sure that. So let's run it again. Let me hide this one. So now let me search for S001. That's for Ahmed Ali. Search. Sorry. It's like this. Yes. I don't know if I make it capital or not. It's 001. Yes, it's capital. That's why I'm not coming. So I wanted to delete this one. So the next time or I can delete mine. So maybe search. So I wanted to delete Gaddisa data from this database. So I'm going to delete. So let me try to remove this one and try to search it. Search. So nothing is showing up. But if I change this one to 1, we can find the result. Search. You see? So in this way, we can easily implement the insert, search, delete, and the update button. And later on, I will share the entire source code with you. So next time we'll see about, and the next week we'll see about how to connect your application with a remote database. This is a local SQL database. So we are going to see that. So if you have any question or comment, you can comment it, and have a nice day.